Hi, I'm Annette from Surplus for Business. Welcome back to the channel, and thanks so much for following along. Today I'd like to talk to you about a couple things, but more specifically I'm going to give you some tips and techniques, but I want to talk a bit about increasing your sales. How to make your sales happen a little bit faster so that you can actually make some more money. It's fun buying, it's fun shopping, it's great to get all these things, but the bottom line is you need to move the merchandise, and it's very, very important. One thing that I realized, I had an item yesterday, and I'm going to put a picture of that up here so that you can see. We had this Rae Dunn cocoa pot for hot chocolate. Now, I bought that item, and I only had $6 into it. I knew it was worth probably $35, but after I looked at it, I realized there were some actual flaws in it, which I did put in the pictures. So I decided, you know what, I want to move this, and I priced it at $24.99. Now, with a $6 investment, I have some availability where I can sell that, you know, even if I sold it for $12, I have doubled my money. But I'd like to do better than that. So I put it at the $24.99. Believe it or not, it sold in one day. But interestingly enough, it sold to an international buyer. Now, I don't know if y'all are using the international buyers, using the global shipping program with eBay, but I highly, highly recommend it, because this is a customer. Actually, the customer lives in Australia, so I would have never found this buyer. They purchased from me. It was gone in one day. I got my full asking price, and it's a quick way to move your merchandise. It's opening your inventory to the world. And with the global shipping program of eBay, they've made it really quite nice so that you just have to ship to there's 3 destinations in the United States, and mine is actually in Kentucky. So it's very close to North Carolina. I just have to ship it there. They handle it. So I highly recommend utilizing that international shipping. Another option that I think is very important is the make offer feature that's on the listings on eBay. Utilize it. In the beginning, when I first started using it, I would put, I don't want an offer if it's this price or this. Forget it. Just leave it blank. That way you get the offers coming to you. Yes, you will receive some offers that are ridiculous, and just decline them. It's okay. It's somebody, just goofing around. But there will be times where maybe you've had an item on eBay for a while, you haven't sold it, and you're willing to take quite a bit less on it. So I believe that make offer feature is really great. And also send offers. When you are looking on your phone and you have the availability to send offers because a customer is interested in your item, send them an offer. Take a few bucks off, take a percentage off, move your items. I would say we sell a lot of our inventory through these offers, sending offers, making offers. It's a quick way for a customer to find your item, to feel like they're getting a good price on it, and before you know it, it's sold. And that's a wonderful thing, and ultimately we want sales. Now, on to photos. Your photos are very important, and it's really, you have to think about it that when you're looking at an item online, you need to make it for your potential buyer almost like they can see it all the way around. Take a photo of it forward, take a photo of it on the backward, the bottom, the top, the sides. But more specifically, you've got to show any defects. Talking again about that Rae Dunn piece that I just sold quickly, it actually was a second, meaning that it was a second quality piece. Due to that, I didn't realize it when I bought it, but when I examined it for the photos, I realized it's a second. So I pointed out there were 2 areas that were flawed in the porcelain. One was a little pit, the other was like a flaw. And I will show you some of these photos too. If you look up here, you'll see these photos, and it's important to show your customers these items, because you don't want any questions. You don't want somebody contacting you later and saying, oh, you didn't mention this to me and now I want to return it. You want to ultimately have happy customers understanding exactly what they're getting and not wanting to return the merchandise, because the returns will slow you down. You want to make them happy. So use those photos. If you don't have a good editing software on your cell phone or your camera, which most Android and Apple devices have tons of availability for that, there is Photo Room, which is also a free option. You can also pay. There's for an additional portion, you can have a better quality, but it's free, and you can look into those to use those photos to help you edit. But editing is really important. Make sure you're doing that. Now, I'd like to also talk about shipping. Many of you, this is a part-time gig for you. I get it, and you don't have time to go to the post office every single day. Me as a full-time reseller, I have the commitment. I have one-day shipping. But if you can't, make sure can you do it in 2 days? Try and make it as quick as possible. Even if you have 2 days available and you're able to do it in 1 day, do it. Because the quicker your customer gets the item that they're pleased with, the better the whole transaction is. You want to have happy customers receiving their items. Just think of yourself, for example. If you treat your customers the way that you'd like to be treated, your business will definitely improve. Your sales will improve. You want them to be happy with the product. Many times, I have to be to the post office. My cutoff is 4 o'clock, where I have got to have my packages shipped, ready to roll by 4 o'clock because of the closing and the time it takes to get there. So when I get an order that comes in at 3 o'clock, let's say I'm all caught up with my shipping, I will do whatever I can to get that item wrapped, packed, and shipped so that customer who's thinking it's going to go out the next day, they're actually really happy that their item shows up early. I can't tell you how many times I get really nice compliments from my buyers and repeat buyers, because they know when they buy from me, it's going to be shipped right away, it's going to be done correctly, and they're going to have the details of what the item is all about. So those are important. One thing I forgot to mention, with the shipping, sometimes I ship odd items like maybe golf clubs or something long or heavy and so forth. With the USPS, the United States Postal Service, I have noticed once your package gets over really 18 inches in length, a lot of the rates seem to increase. So with that in mind, when I have a bigger item, like for example, the golf clubs, I have multiples that I'm going to be sending out on those. What I do is I take into consideration the size of the box and the destinations. So I try to come up with a flat rate price that'll work where, for example, the golf club might be 48 inches, the box is 48 inches long and it's 6 by 6. So that with the post office many times is about $28 to ship. There's not any customer that wants to pay $28 shipping. So there's a website, and I'll put that link in here. It's called Pirate Ship. They have wonderful, wonderful group rates, so you get very good discounts on your shipping. They're very comparable to the shipping rates you will receive through eBay. So I use that to see, I'll look up and see what does it cost if I ship, I'm in North Carolina, if I ship this golf club to San Diego, California, that's on the other side of the country, how much is it going to cost? Pick a zip code in that area, look it up and see what it costs, that same box, same size. Also, take a look in Washington, like the state of Washington. Maybe you're in California, take a look on the East Coast, but do that and then try some other areas within the United States. Maybe it's in Texas, maybe it's in Nevada, but try a couple things and see what the rates are. The same golf club, I know if I ship it within my state, but pretty much up the eastern seaboard of the United States, that club only costs about $11 to $12 to ship. Sometimes it's even less depending on where they live. But it might be around $13.25 to California. Now, Hawaii and Alaska, on those items that I have a flat rate that I say, I'll put a little note in the listing, Hawaii and Alaska, the rates may be more. So that way I'm covered. But keep that in mind. Another topic, listings that are being promoted. I see everywhere. People are advertising. Promote your listings. Promote, promote, promote. Move your items up the list. You know what? I don't agree. I believe in my heart of hearts, if you have a good feedback, your customer rating is great, and you haven't, if I'm currently at 100% feedback, which I'm very proud of, I try very, very hard to keep my customers happy. And I notice many times my listings are near the top. I sell. The customers look at your feedback. They see that you're shipping your items out. They see that the quality is there from the comments from the customers. I honestly don't think you need to do that on the promoted listings. I have tried the promoted listings and I did not find any benefit. But it's up to you. A lot of people are advising it. Me, in my own experience, and I sell about 1,000 items in 90 days. So I'm doing a pretty good amount of inventory. I would say it is of no benefit to me. And it's additional money that eBay is earning. And many times I look and I see that the promoted listings are not high up on the list. And I don't really think that's fair. You assume it's going to be there, but it's not. As long as you're a good seller with really good standings with eBay, your product will be moved up on the list. So I would advise you to perhaps stop spending the extra money. As we talked a bit about feedback, I can't stress how important it really is. The more you do, the better you do with your listings, the faster your sales will come. And keep in mind, you want to sell. Try not to stay married to your merchandise. I mean, that's a funny slogan, but I don't want to have my merchandise forever, okay? I want to move it. So you have to keep in mind what you have in your item, do the very best you can to market it with really good photos, really good descriptions, and then obviously once you pack it, you can refer to some of my packing videos. It's important to use good quality, it's clean, neat. You know, you don't want garbage. So make it nice. How would you like it shipped to you? These are very important. And then you will get the feedback. And hopefully you'll get some return customers. I actually have a lot of return customers, which is really nice. And once you get established, you'll have people coming back to buy from you, whether you're selling clothes, whether you're selling trains, whether you're selling china, whether you're selling toys, kits, all sorts of different things. People, and it's important that you keep in mind your customer you might have a deal where your customer only spent $5, okay? And then you have another customer who spent $300. You want their package, when it's shipped, to be nice, regardless of how much they paid, because it's a direct reflection on you and your business. There have been many times I've had items that sold maybe $10, $8, smaller purchases, and that customer was happy. They sent me a message and they came back and bought 3, 4, 5 other items. Maybe they're testing you out. These are things to keep in mind. So you want to move your merchandise, you want to get your items sold, and these are some tips and techniques that I think will really help you with your business. Thank you again for watching. I'm Annette from Surplus for Business. We really appreciate you watching. If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe, like, and drop a comment if there's something I can help you with to improve your online business, your sales. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks again, and until next time.